Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeff Dunphy from Retooling the World. I want to talk to you today in this presentation on the sacred nature of gold. And I want to read to you an excerpt from a book called Unveiled Mysteries by a guy named Godfré Ray King. Gold was a common commodity in this age, as in all ages, because its natural emanation is a purifying, balancing, and vitalizing energy or force. It is placed within the earth by the lords of creation, those great beings of light and love who create and direct worlds, systems of worlds, and the evolution of the beings upon them. That's part of the article. Now, this establishes gold not just as a mineral or economic asset, but as a spiritual tool of planetary maintenance. Its ubiquity in golden ages implies a metaphysical law. When gold circulates freely and is honored for its higher properties, spiritual civilizations flourish. So, the deeper purpose of gold. The outer mind or intellectual knowledge of humanity holds within it little, very little, understanding of the real purpose for which gold exists on this planet. It grows within the earth like a plant, and though it is constantly pouring a purifying, vitalizing, and balancing current of energy into the very ground we walk on, as well as into the growth of nature and the atmosphere we breathe. Oh my. This likens gold to a living transmitter of cosmic life force. The idea that gold grows like a plant hints at its organic role in Mother Earth's inner alchemy, kind of like a subtle bridge between solar energies and terrestrial forms. Now, gold is placed upon this planet for a variety of uses, two of its most trivial and unimportant ones being that of using gold as a means of exchange and for ornamentation. The far greater activity and purpose of it within and upon the earth is the release of its own inherent quality and energy to purify, vitalize, and balance the atomic structure of the world. Here we go again. I mean, this turns the conventional view of gold on its head. Commerce and decoration, the two pillars of modern valuation, are called trivial. Its true value lies in energetics, in harmonizing the atomic field of Earth. That repositions gold as a sacred element, not a commodity. The scientific world today has no inkling as yet of this activity. However, it serves the same purpose to our Earth that radiators do to our homes. Gold is one of the most important ways by which the energy from our sun is supplied to the interior of the Earth, and a balance of activities maintained. As a conveyor of this energy, it acts as a transformer to pass the sun's force into the physical substance of our world, as well as to the life evolving upon it. The energy within gold is really the radiant electronic force from the sun acting in a lower octave. Here again, a whole new perspective on gold. Gold is likened to an energetic transformer, regulating and moderating the solar current. This corresponds with alchemical teachings, where gold is solar in essence, and with esoteric anatomy, where gold-like energies correlate with the crown chakra and the radiant body. Gold is sometimes called a precipitated sunray. Now, this succinct phrase captures the entire mystical thesis. Gold is not mind, it is condensed light, a visible, tangible crystallization of divine fire. And some would say this is Venusian fire. And back to the excerpt. As the energy within gold is of an extremely high vibratory rate, it can only act upon the finer and more subtle expressions of life through absorption. This is gold's subtle action. It's not mechanical or chemical, but etheric. Its influence is absorbed, not manipulated, meaning it refines the aura, aligns subtle bodies, and aids in spiritual transmutation. In all golden ages, this metal comes into plentiful and common use by the mass of the people. And whenever such a condition occurs, the spiritual development of that people reaches a very high state. In these ages, the gold is never hoarded, but instead is widely distributed into the use of the mass, who, absorbing its purifying energies, are themselves raised into greater perfection. Such is the right use of gold, and when this law is consciously understood and obeyed, the individual may draw any quantity he desires to himself by the use of that law. So again, this is a radical vision for a new economy, one not based on scarcity and control, but energetic sufficiency and spiritual stewardship. Gold hoarding becomes a spiritual offense. Its true use is to uplift the collective vibratory field. This also hints at the law of precipitation, known in esoteric science, wherein inner alignment allows one to magnetize resources without exploitation. And as we at Retooling begin the education process and start to elaborate on the cosmic laws, we start to teach those who choose to pursue white magic the laws of precipitation. And these align with the divine laws of manifestation. This is the coming of the age of Aquarius, where it is the age of knowing, and you are a part of it, and it is your rightful heritage. Because of the gold deposits in all mountain ranges, one finds health and vigor in life upon the mountains that he cannot find at any other place on the earth's surface. No one ever heard of detrimental effects coming to those who constantly handle pure gold. While in its pure state, it is soft and wears away easily. Still, that very quality is the fulfilling of this purpose, of which I have just spoken. Again, here we go. The healing atmosphere of mountains is here attributed partly to gold and its radiation, not just clean air or elevation. This repositions geology as sacred anatomy of the planet, with gold as an energetic gland or acupoint. Gold's softness is not a weakness. It allows its essence to be continuously offered to the world. The more advanced white magicians of these people produced much gold by precipitation, directly from the universal. The domes of many buildings were covered with sheets of pure gold, and the interiors decorated with brilliant jewels in curious yet marvelous designs. These jewels were also precipitated direct from the one eternal substance. This again closes with a revelation. Gold need not be mined. It may be precipitated by consciousness, echoing the ancient Hermetic principle, as above, so below. Civilizations of light use gold as an architecture of beauty and sacred frequency, not as an asset, but as a vehicle for divine radiance. It affirms gold as part of the spiritual technologies of golden ages. As many have heard, we are about to embark on a new golden age, and we're in the middle of departing the age of Pisces, and we are in the throes of entering into the age of Aquarius. This is the age of knowing, and perhaps it's a time to reclaim a knowing of the sacred use of gold. Now, what if gold was light? Gold represents at a lower octave the sun. How is it that we retool our vision of wealth, value of energy? How is it that we prepare ourselves for this new golden age that we are imminently stepping into? Gold is actually light that you can hold. And as many of you know, I have been a merchant of bullion for many, many years, for decades indeed. And many students over the years have bought gold and silver from me in order to have. It's an aspect of sacred wealth. Perhaps it's time for us to recognize the importance of gold as we step into this golden age. And we would bid you appreciate this new perspective that we've been discussing. Now, if this little presentation has piqued your interest about gold, has piqued your interest about manifestation, we would suggest that you reach out, see if you can schedule a consultation with us today. We look forward to being of service, and we want to thank you for your attention and your attendance.